What's going on, guys? Chandler's Legacy Farm here. What do you think of the t-shirt? Happy Halloween. It is Halloween. So, I wanted to talk today about some knives that I've been working on lately. Sometimes you just get a knife in and you're like, man, it just ain't what I want. It's not what I thought it would be, or something to that effect, okay? So, the knives we're talking about here is the Cold Steel Master Hunter, the Glock Feild knife, and the QSP CANARY. So what I'm going to say about these knives is every one of them came with their own issue. This one is the Srk-C. This one is the one that's in CPM 3B steel. This one does not have an issue at all. Okay, no issue whatsoever. Let me get this blade wiped off. So this knife performed so well in the Firecraft video. I was so impressed with the way this knife performed. And in my Firecraft video with this knife, I was comparing it to the Master Hunter in the Sanmai steel. All right, and the VG1 Sanmai steel. Okay, so let's talk about these two first. Let me get those two sheets over there. We'll move these two knives out of the way also. So this came with a 20-degree angle on the edge. Okay, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that very well, but this has got an actual true 20-degree edge. And this knife came with like it really seemed like a 21, 22-degree edge, and it just wasn't biting the wood in the video as well as this was in order to do the feather sticks. Okay, so I was confused in that video. You can kind of watch in that video. And when it come right down to it, it was the edge geometry is what it was. It was the way the knife was. The knife was sharp, but it would not slice those feather sticks the way I thought that it should. And the only thing that I could figure out why it was not doing as well as this was because of the angle, right? This one is a for sure 20, maybe 19 and a half angle on this blade. So I set up my my sharpener, okay? I got it all set up, and I sharpen a shitload of knives lately. That's what I've done because I kind of had some issues with more than one knife. And so I put a 20-degree edge on this one. I don't know if you can see that, but I put a mirror polished 20-degree edge on this knife right there. Now this thing is screaming sharp now. It will pop the hair off of your arm before you ever get it to your arm. I mean, it's freaking sharp now. And with that edge angle being damn near identical to this one, it is going to perform so much better. So sometimes you have to take a knife, and if it's not like you want it, you need to reprofile that edge to completely change the way that knife performs to get it the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes things just don't. You know, I was so excited to get this knife, and it was so sharp. I mean, it would cut paper, it would pop the hair, but it was, you know, it was shaving sharp, but it just didn't perform like I wanted it to. So I worked on it and made it, you know, and fixed it, made it the way that I believe that I needed it to be for me. Okay. Now let's get into another knife. This knife here, I had to resharpen it. I made a little short the other day on this. This is my QSP CANARY. And if you look, I put a really nice 20-degree edge on it also. Right there, you can see that nice shiny edge right there. So this one is right at a 20-degree. It is super slicey. I mean, sharp, freaking sharp, just like these other two. the deal with this was I made the Firecraft video. I was pretty impressed with it. And it kind of had the same issue that this knife had, the Master Hunter. It looked like to me like it only had like a 21 or a 22 degree angle. So I reprofiled this one to the 20-degree angle also. And after doing that, this thing it really changed the entire way this knife performs. I was happier with this knife and the performance of it more so in the Firecraft video that I'd done on this knife than what I was with the Master Hunter. I did have to sharpen the spine on the back of this knife. I did have to lay it on my sander to get that sharp, but it didn't take hardly anything. This thing was almost sharp enough to do that anyway. But whenever after I'd done my Firecraft video, I thought, yeah, it's good. You know, it's good. Well, my wife was opening an Amazon package the other day. She grabbed this knife to open that, and she said, "This knife is dull." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know. So I really grabbed this knife and I really got to looking at it. And like in the short that I posted the other day, from here down, so from this section here, this thing was screaming sharp. But from about here up to the tip, around the belly, that thing was not very sharp. I mean, it was really not very freaking sharp. So therefore, since this thing wasn't uniformly sharp, okay, I went ahead and put that 20-degree edge on it, that mirror polished 20-degree edge. And now it is perfect, my opinion, okay, guys? It's great. So then we can also get into one more knife here. Now, all four of these knives will be in the Amazon affiliate links in the description box down below, along with my bloody t-shirt. Problem solved. Halloween, you bet. So let's get into the Glock. If everyone has ever bought one of these Glock field knives, this is the Glock 81. And if anyone has ever purchased one of these, you will know, if you know what a sharp knife is, when you purchase one of these, you're going to be disappointed because these damn things do not come sharp. I mean, I own two of them now. I have one more that is coming in today. I have another one that will be here this weekend. So I bought the whole color scheme is what I've done. But they're only 30 bucks. They're not an expensive knife at all. $30. They are strong as all get out. But what I'm really wanting to lead into is this knife is in a carbon steel. It's 1095. The HRC on these is only 55, okay? The HRC, so the hardness of the blade of this is only at a 55. Most of your normal blades are 58 to 64. I mean, hell, I don't know, depending on what kind of steel you have. But this is carbon steel, basically 1095 carbon steel, and it's only hardened to a Rockwell of 55. What that means is it's going to dull kind of fast. Yes, okay? But the beauty of this knife is its strength. It is strong, strong, strong. And it fits in molly webbing because it's so small. You can put this on a pack. It will slip right down a molly webbing. The back of this thing, you can latch, and then it will latch onto your molly webbing. It's not going to fall out. It rattles, yes, but it ain't going to fall out. You know, if you mounted it upside down, it does have a little lanyard hole you can put through here at the bottom of the sheath. But the beauty of this thing is, if you do not know how to sharpen a knife, if you're not real good at sharpening a knife, for $30, you can buy one of these. And then, like I said, it only has a Rockwell of 55. Therefore, it is soft. This is a great teaching tool, you know, for learning how to sharpen a knife. Look at that beautiful 20-degree edge I put on that. And sure, will it hold that 20-degree edge as long as any of these three? Probably not. I know it's not, because it's only a 55 hardness, right? But it's it is a great knife to buy because when you buy this son of a bitch, it's probably barely going to cut paper. Barely. I own 2 of these, like I said, and I have 2 more coming in. The first 2 that I purchased, they were dull. They would barely cut paper, just barely. It done more tearing than it did actually slicing. So this is a tool for teaching. That's what I'm getting at. You can purchase one of these for $30 and you can go to filing on it, sharpening on it. And if you completely ruin it, it's not that big a deal. It's only $30 and it's hard to ruin $10.95 anyway. It really is. You can always bring it back to sharpness most of the time, guys. But this thing's great. It's a great knife. All the way around a great knife. It's just so disappointing that they come so damn dull. But like I said, since it comes so dull, it's a very good teaching tool. It doesn't take a whole lot to sharpen it. So I just sharpened my other Glock Feild knife last night. Okay, what I'm wanting to ask in this video, this is what I want to ask you guys. I've already done a sharpening video with my Srk-C sharpener. You can go back through my catalog videos, look that up if you want to. And I've done part 2 to it, which was stropping. Okay, I'm getting in 2 more Glock knives. I promise you they'll probably be dull or duller than what I want them to be. So would you guys be interested in seeing a full video? I don't know how long it'll take me because they come pretty dull, but they are pretty soft. So it doesn't take as long as you think to actually get them sharpened down and to make them look like something like that. Okay. I mean, it doesn't take too long. So you're looking at pretty long video over there, but if you guys want me to, I will do a video on with my Srk-C and with my my strops, and I will make another sharpening video with one of the 2 Glocks that I get in. Okay, so we can look for that coming maybe next weekend. We'll give this video a week, see how many people responds to this video. But I was just wanting to know if I needed to make another video on my Srk-C and the strops that I use. Because, like I said, I've been doing a lot of sharpening lately because I've just had some things that just wasn't quite right. So I've actually sharpened 2 of these Glock knives. I sharpened this one and I sharpened this one. And basically this one, like I said, this one is the Srk-C in the CPM 3B steel. This one is absolutely, for me, my opinion, the way I do things, this thing is perfect as far as the way the sharpness goes and everything. So this is the bar that I set for these other 3 knives to be at whenever I was sharpening. And like I said, if you want to see me sharpen a Glock Feild knife, let me know in the comments, please. But I just wanted to let you know that, if a knife's not performing exactly like you want it to, sometimes just changing the edge angle, changing that profile of the edge is what you need to do to make it yours and what you want to do out of it, right? What you want to do with it. But that's it for now, guys. Be sure you let me know on what you want me to do with these other Glock Feild knives if you want to see a video on them. But that's it for now. Chandler's Legacy Farm. If you like what I'm doing, like, share, subscribe as usual. We're out of here. We will see you. Don't forget, problem solved. Have a good Halloween. See ya.